back. It's not that weird anymore. All right. Anyway, so generally I prepare a lot so I don't look like an idiot. But today I only have a little cheat sheet. I can show you actually. I have a pretty sick setup here. Okay. I have a room camera. Can you see it? Why is it not working? Oh, I didn't press the button. Hello. So here I have a Biblia Hebraica Stuttgartensia Reader's Edition, which has it's very good. It's very good. Hi Xavier, thanks for coming. It's very good. It has all the verbs on the bottom and their parsing. It doesn't have the definition of all of them. It only has definition for the least common words at the bottom. So that helps. I also have a cheat sheet of me parsing this passage before, so there's some useful information there for me. And that's it. So you're gonna see me kind of parsing, kind of in for real this time, not with a full-on cheat sheet. Although I've translated this a few times already. So we're gonna do Deuteronomy. Let me share my screen, I suppose. I'm gonna do Deuteronomy chapter 6. A very big. There you go. You can see that. It's a very important passage. It's the Ishma. Shema. Yeah. And you, as we translate it, if you're not familiar with the text, you see what I mean. And let me just start by telling you how wonderful it is. How we live in wonderful times. It has never been so easy to learn the biblical languages as today. Maybe okay, except from the time when they were spoken. But I mean, Hebrew is still spoken, but biblical Hebrew is a bit different than modern Hebrew. It's never been. This is the best time to learn a biblical language ever. We have the best resources, we have the best manuscripts, we have the best everything. We have software that helps you learn. I mean, some of them make you a little bit lazy, so maybe dial back a little bit on the software. If you're just gonna go, like I have Logos on my phone and on my tablet and on everything, and I can go and touch a word and you give me the definition. But this is this Bible here that I have. Let me go back to the room camera. This Reader's Edition, but Biblia Hebraica Stuttgartensia Reader's Edition really is, I think, one of the best I recommend, because it only gives you the definition of the least common words, and the rest you kind of have to figure it out. But you also parse the verbs, so that helps as well. Some verbs are a bit hard, especially Hebrew. I think Greek's a little bit easier, but then again, I don't know that much Greek yet, so my opinion could be wrong. So let's begin. Let me just change to the camera and iPad. There you go. I was saying that to encourage you to learn Hebrew and learn Greek, because if you love the Bible, if you love the Word of God, there's no better time in history. We live in one of the greatest times for this. All right. So let's begin. Here's my pen, my pencil, and we're gonna start parsing this. Yep. So maybe I'll read first the verse, and then we'll parse. Uzot hamitz, excuse me. Hamitzwa hahukim uhamishpatim asher tiwa Adonai Eloheikem lelamed ethkem lagsoth ba'aretz asher atem ovrim shama ladishtah, because there's a dagesh there. So let's start with this. So Zoth is these. What color should I do? Zoth is this. Is that a good color? Maybe I'll change it. Maybe I'll use a different color. Sorry. I'll highlight with this. And then we can. There you go. This hamitzwa. The H, the hey is a. Oh, sorry. Let me do the highlighting. I haven't done this in a while. Hey. Basically, I'm doing unprepared because not as prepared, because I want to do this. I want to force myself to do this. So thank you for watching. Thank you for bearing with me. Hopefully, you'll learn something from this. Hamitzwa that is the commands. You have the hey with a patak underneath, which means it's the article the. So this is the commandment. Yeah. So this will be the command. Hahukin, the statute, or statutes, because it's plural, because of the in over there. Oh, again, let me just analyze, do it differently. So, and again, we also have the article there, the definite article, the statutes, ha mishpatim, and now here you have an and you have the article again, the definite article again, and oh, wrong color, right? Let's just be consistent. Oh, wrong thickness. And the judgments. Share is which or whose or that, depends on context. Which tiwa, that is the PL, I'm pretty sure it is the PL of, so here we have the PL of, it's a Holland verb, so how would it be in cow? I don't know. So forgive me, za, zu, something like that. Because it's a doubly weak verb, because you have both the Holland, and you have a hey at the end, so it makes it double weak, which the conjugation looks a little bit different. And I'm pretty sure this is a PL. Again, I can check here on this beautiful Bible, trying to find Deuteronomy chapter 6 verse 1, and then you tell me how is this chapter 6 verse 1. I'm confused. Surely. Oh, it's not giving me the. Oh, it's not telling. Oh, because that verb appeared before, conjugated like that in the same page. Well, but you see, I haven't read the rest of the page. There you go. I'm sure it's a PL. And it's PL cow, which means it's in the past, and that is the verb to command. And you can see that you see how this is related to that noun over there. So that's the command, and here is the verb to command, and that is the first person. No, third person. So that will be third person singular PL cow, which is cow is the perfect tense. So it's generally means the past, generally in the past, but the tense doesn't necessarily indicate, the tense doesn't always indicate the time. It indicates more other aspects of the verb. So that is he commended. Who is the he? Who is the subject of the sentence? We're going to find out in a moment as we go to the next word, which is Yahweh or Adonai, which is the name of God. So here we have the name of God. Elohim, and here that's Elohim means God, right? Kem at the end is a suffix that means yours, your God. That's the Kem is the singular. No, that's the plural. Yeah. So this is the commandment. There's no verb to be there. So there's this, the command, the statutes, and the judgments, which Yahweh, your God, commanded you. Commanded. Yeah. Commanded to you because of the because no, your God commanded. No, okay, there's no you there. Commanded. In a moment, we're gonna see. So let me write that down underneath. Which, so this will be he commanded. Oh gosh, can you even read that? Awful. And who is he? Is Yahweh your God. And then here we have a verb, lamad, which is in, I think it's in the PL G6. Actually, no, this is no, it's the PL, but it's the PL infinitive. So to and lamad is to teach. I think it is to teach. Let me have a look at my little to teach. There you go. That your God has commanded to teach. Ethcam, that the et is the as an object marker, or no, it's a to. Sorry, to cam to you, to teach to you. Lag soth, that is the verb. That is the verb asa, which is the verb to do or build potentially. It's mostly do actually. Build is bana, but yeah. Sorry. And again, that is also in the infinitive, and I know that not just because I have my actually that's not in the cheat sheet, but it is. We know that because of the lamed in front of it. So let me show you. The lamed in front of it. That is, it kind of gives the infinitive the to do, right? Let me turn this thing back on. Oh, to do. To do. Ba'aretz, in the earth, and the earth, it's because of these comments under the b. The b means in the comments. Comments indicates that one day, not one day, but you put that and the article together. They you cross out that, and then they combine and they become the base with a vowel, and in this case it's a comments. Ba'aretz, in the earth, share which atem. I think that's you. Which you? Yes, you. I was right. You. Govrin, ovrin. That is pass or pass by, which comes from the verb avar. Yep. Or you like you walk into. Let me show you. So this verb over here is that overeem. That is the participle. It's the participle, masculine plural. Pretty sure. So that is possessing, or no? Probably. And I think it's a cow. Cow, yeah. So there's no. It's to walk into, or to not walk, but to. It's the, oh gosh, I know the meaning. I just can't find the English word for it. It's to pass. It's pass through, or to pass by, or to, yeah. That's what that means. So you pass to or into or something like that. Shama, that is there. So Shem over here, part of it. It's a, and is the it. It basically became it means there. This basically means there. Okay. And then Varishtach. Varishtach, again we have the lamed on the front that suggests that this is an infinitive. And that is from the verb yarash, which means to possess. Yarash, to possess. To possess. And that would be G. What is a G? Interesting. Right. So let's go through this because again it's in Hebrew, so we need to kind of rework some of the words. This, the command, statutes, and the judgments, which, so this is, or this is the command, the statutes, and the judgments which Yahweh your God commanded to teach you. Commanded to teach you. Yep. Commanded to teach to you to do in the earth, which you will pass into there to possess. Now, when you have a share, so when you have a share, which is here, share, with a there, you can kind of rewrite that as in the earth where you will pass into to possess. You can kind of rewrite it like that, because that's what it means. Okay, so this is the command, the statutes, and the judgments which Adonai, Yahweh, your God, commanded to teach to you to do in the earth which you pass into, the earth where you will pass into to possess. So this is the introduction of the commandments and the statutes. And there's actually another part of the introduction here. Oh gosh, let's see if I remember this. Lamakan, then maybe I'll read the whole thing. Lamakan tira eth Adonai Eloheika lishmor et kal hukotao umitzotao asher anoki mitzaweka ata uvinka uben binka kol emei hayeka ulmakan ya rikun yameka. All right, now let's go and parse this. The ma'an means in order to, or what did I write on my little thing over here? Yeah, it basically means in order to. It has other meanings as well. Again, I know the meaning in my head, but I can't translate it to English for some bizarre reason. So, in order. Oh, that's awful writing. Hopefully you can understand. Tira is from the verb ya ra. Tira. Kal yikto, because it's the imperfect, which generally means the future. And that is in tira is the conjugation for both the third person masculine and second person masculine, which is basic. It's either she did or you masculine, singular, whatever the verb is. In this case, from the context, you can see that is referring to second masculine singular, which is you. the singular form of you, because in English you is both you is both plural and singular. That's one of the beauties of, if you speak English, it's one of the beauties of reading the Bible in the original language. You see all these nuances that you don't see when you read the English version, because you means so many things in English. Like when you, Greek, both Greek and Hebrew, they have gender for nouns and pronouns and all the stuff in number as well. Anyway, that's enough of that. In order to, and that is, you shall fear, or in order that you will fear. Oh, that's not what I want to do. You will fear. Now, I know I said that, yeah, this is the imperfect, which means it's the future. It's not really necessarily the future. Okay, different styles in Hebrew. You have the same verbal tense being used, but depending on what the text is, it could be past, it could be future, it could be present. It all depends on the context. So I'm just gonna do the gloss here so we know. Et Adonai, or Yahweh, that's the object marker. So the et there is object marker. So Tira is you will fear, you shall fear Yahweh. Yahweh Eloheka, that is your God, but your God, Elohechem is your God, Elohechem is your God, plural, Eloheka is your dog, is your God, singular. Your God. Lishmor, shamar is to keep, the verb shamar. Again, we have the lamed in the front, indicates, and also not just the lamed indicates, but you only see the lamed in the verb when it is in infinitive form. So it is an infinitive form. It's kal for shamar, infinitive, to keep. To keep. Again, object marker here, et, object marker, kal is all, hukohau, hukotau. Then if you remember here from the first part, there's the who king, which means statutes. Same thing here. All statutes, but then at the end you have the au there, which indicates it's the prefix that says his. So all his statutes. Oh my gosh. Can I write? Oh my gosh. Can I write any better? I'm still getting used to writing with this Apple Pencil. All his statutes, Wumitzotau, and commands, and his commands, sorry, because it's the same thing. We have the prefix there, and his commands, share, which I, Anoki is I. Now, who is the I here? Because we'll find out in a moment who is talking, who is I. I mean, we know it's Moses if you know the Bible, but someone is saying this here. Mitzaweka, I think that is from, that is the PL probably. Yeah, it's definitely the PL. I don't think it's the Pual, it's the PL. Verse 2, page. Yeah, and that's for the same root that we saw before, which is that. You see how the hey dropped, because again it's a weak verb. The conjugation looks weird, so you don't have this hey in this verb in that form over there, as you can see. And we know it's a PL because the preformative, the mem over there, has a schwa. Oh gosh, double tap on the pencil, sometimes it gets wrong. So that's the performative. That means that it is a oh my gosh, It's the word I'm losing. See, I get nervous and I'm doing another language and now I forget the word in English. Apologies. We'll get there. But basically what this means is commending. Okay? As not commending as a good job, you're doing something well. It's commending as a yeah, we can delete the arrow. As in I will commending. Oh, the participle. That's a participle, okay? That's why it's the commending. Commending you. So that I commending you in Hebrew, again, that's a known there's no verb in that clause. The verb is there's an am in there, so I am commanding you. Wu binka, that is, okay, there's some parts, it's interesting things here. There's a noun in here that we need to find, but there's the and then there's the ka, which is your, and then you have ben in the middle, which is son. So we translate that. And your son. Wu ben binka, and again we have and. Ben is son, but it's in the construct form, son of. Binka, your son, so your son's son. And, oops, your son's son, so your grandson. Ko is all. All. Yimme hayeka. What's the may there? What is that? Oh, okay. There you go. So that's day. Your day, really. It's what it your son, all your days. That's right. So it's the plural for days, and the day the it's really yeah, maybe something like that. All right. So days, but because of the performative, you have that means your days, all your days. Oh my god, your days. Hayeka. Hi. Yeah. Hi. There's life. So this first part here is life. The vowels changed a little bit. It changed actually for multiple reasons. One of them is because there's a pausal form, so the vowel changed a little bit. But your life. So all. Oh, actually, my parsing, my cheat sheet here is wrong. This is not your days. This is sorry. Apologies. Look at that. I'm wrong on my cheating over here. All. This is the construct form. Days of. All days of your life. So this will say, and that I'm commanding you, your son, and your son's son, all days of your life, or all the days of your life, if you wanna. Well, it is. Well, it actually no, it's not. Forget about what I said. There's no article there, but when you want to translate it to English, sometimes you have to kind of fix it a little bit so it doesn't sound weird. Lumaklan and wa erikun yameka. So let's start with the verb here. This verb here means to prolong. Yeah. Yes. What is the verbal form for that? So the root of that verb is rak. Yeah. Wa. That's probably the hif. No, I think it's the nifal probably. Let's find out. Let's look at my reader's Bible over here. Who's gonna give us a little What do I do if that is? Verse 6 goes to lengthen. Oh, okay, so it's a hiphil. I was partially right. It's a hiphil. Hiphil. It's just one of the different stems. We'll get it. We'll get it. One of the different stems. So warikun. And what person is this verb? It's the hiphil. Warikun. Who is gonna enlarge? Will be prolonged. I think it is in the. Yeah, we'll get it. This here means so that, which is the same. It's the same word that you can see in the beginning, the first word of the verse, makan, well, makan. So and so that, and the last word here is your days, yameka. So that your days will be enlarged. That's a yikto, which is the future. You be will be enlarged or shall be enlarged or something. Probably will is the better translation here, I think. So let's go from the beginning. In order that you will fear Yahweh your God, to keep all his statutes and his commands, which I am commanding you and your son and your son's son all days of your life, so that your days will be enlarged. That's verse 2. It's been 33 minutes now. I really want to get to verse 4. Let's do up to verse 4 then, okay? Because I think that's a good place to end. It's an iconic verse there. I think this is a little bit easier. Let's see. Now that I'm getting there. I'm getting the hang of it, okay? Let me read first. All right. Ushamarta Israel. Ushamarta Laxo Lax Laxot Asher Yitav Laka Washer Tirbun Ma'od Kasher Diber Adonai Elohei Avoteka Lak Eretz Zavat Halav Udvash. All right, let's do this. First thing you have here is a verb, shama, which is here. Okay, so the root for that verb is. Just make sure I'm not writing in front of my face. Shama. That would be the kaukatao, which means he heard. Yeah. Now, this is it's the cow. Wekatao. Ushamata. Second. Here by this that particle at the end, and there's a wa, which is the end, so it's a way katao. Second person singular, so you masculine, second person masculine singular, you and that the katao is, well, we katao is in the future, katao is in the past, we katao is generally in the future. You hear Israel, so you will hear Israel, and And then here we have ushamarta, and you will hear. Sorry, and you will hear. And you will hear, because there's a way, the end in the beginning. And shamar. So you see, it's interesting. Two verbs. They look very similar. It's just one of the words, one of the consonants in the root that changes. So shama is to hear. Shamar is to keep. You hear, Israel, and you will keep, and you will keep. Same verbal. Skau katao, well, wekatao, ka wekatao. Also second person, right? Because it's talking about the same person doing. You will hear and you will keep. Laksoth, to do. So here again we have the lamet in form of verb. The verb is asa. The verb there is asa, which is to do. So to do, share. Which or that or what. Find out in a moment which translation fits better or fits best. And you will hear, Israel, and you will keep to do, which yitav. Yitav, I think that is a verb as well. I think it's the verb to be to do well. Yeah, exactly. And I think it's the cow. Let me just confirm. I don't want to give you the wrong information. So we're gonna look at verse 3. G means it is, yeah. So it's the cow. Cow. Second, just standard. Yeah. Great. And it's also the yikto. So it's, oh, okay. So we yikto. So see how the verbal form changed? The verbal, yeah, the verbal tense changed. So here it was, oh, sorry, that's not the verb I'm talking about. Let me go back. So it will confuse you. This is with both wekatao, but here we have wikto, which is you will do well, or which it will do well, or something like that. Yeah, it will do well because it's the third person singular. So which it will go well or something. It will go well, do well. Laka is to you. To you, what I share, and which, or we'll see later what's the best translation for this. Tirbon, this is probably a verb as well, because it looks like it's a yikto. I don't remember what the verb is. Rabbah. Okay, which is to be great. So this verb here is to be great. So let me make this ratio a bit better. Oh, come on. There you go. Rava or Rabba, I don't know what it will be in the cow. And that is also in the cow. But it does have a, I think it does have a tirbun. Yeah. I think it has a performative, like a suffix. Yeah, there's a U there, I think. Oh no, it's just conjugated like that. Yeah, right. Sorry. Apologies. Not all of it. Yeah. You shall be great. Right here. Very. Yeah, right. Okay. Not all of this very. That's right. Okay. Very great. You shall be very great. Shall be, or something, very great. Because ma'od is great. Ma'od is great. Share, so that's like as or such as, according to. Um, I'll just write like as, and we can fix that later. It's a share with which is like or with maybe. Diber is, it is the PL PL katal of diber, which is basically it, which is to say, to speak, and then the third person masculine singular, and the subject here is Yahweh, Adonai, the name of God, and it's in the past because it's the katal. So Yahweh spoke Elohe, and that is the God of, the God of, that's the construct form of God. Avoteka, that's your fathers. So avot is your is father. Avoteka, because of the suffix, is your singular, your masculine singular. So your fathers, yep, luck for you. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Okay, for you, which the God of your father, yes, right. Like as or according to the Yahweh spoke, Yahweh, the God of your fathers, spoke for you or to you. And then here, Eretz is earth or land. I think in this situation, it makes more sense to be land. Land, Zavat, Halav, Udavash. What is Zavat? For you are flowing. Right. Right. So that is just a verb. That is just the Kalkatao of, no, I guess a different color. That's gonna be in front of my face. That's gonna be the vat, which is flowing. Oh, I do like this size, but there's not a lot of space. Flowing. Halav is milk, and udvash is and honey. And honey. Now let's try to rewrite this in English. And you, so in this case, okay, and you will hear Israel, and you will keep to do, to do. So let's think about that part first there. That's more of a kind of like a commandment. You shall hear Israel, and you shall keep to do. So you shall hear whatever I from verse 2. What is he talking about there? The commandments, right? That's what it's talking about. You shall hear Israel, and you shall keep to do, which or that it will go well to you, and that you shall be great. You shall be very great. So that's basically, and hear Israel and keep to do what I commanded, that it will be good to you, so you do well, and that it will be very great. Yeah? And then what should we do? It's like as or according to. So what should you hear, or what should you keep is the commands, but it's also according to what Yahweh the God of your fathers, spoke for you. Yeah? A land flowing with milk and honey. I think that makes some sense, right? I mean, you kind of have to maybe rewrite a little bit better if you don't do it in English. And then here's we're gonna end with this verse because it's an easy verse and it's also an iconic verse. It's not the end of the paragraph. The end of the paragraph is on verse. The end of the paragraph is on verse 9, which is what I plan to do. But look, it's 45 minutes already. Jeez, I'm so slow at this. Hopefully one day I'll be much faster. But then again, I'm trying to give you context for things. I mean, I don't know what my target audience is, how much Hebrew you know. So I'm trying to give you context. So if you know a lot, this is boring. So unfortunately, I apologize. But hopefully this is helpful. It's helpful to me, so thank you. Shema. Aha. So here we have that verb again. Shama. But this is the imperative form. How do you form the imperative form? Like this. You get the yikto. So yish. In this case, it's not yishma because it's the masculine. So it's tish. Tish. Ma, which is masculine singular. You will hear. And then you get rid of the preformative, and then you have the imperative. So this is here as a commandment. Here, Israel. Oh, I didn't read the whole thing. I'll read it at the end. Israel. Hear Israel. Adonai Eloheinu. Oop, didn't write the name of God properly. Can't be a scribe. Well, for many reasons, but yeah. Eloheinu, that's our God. And we know it's our God because of the suffix at the end. The nu is our. Yep. Hear Israel. Our God. And then here's the name of God again. Yahweh. Echad. And again, I think this is also the posal form because of this thing here that I forgot the name. This little thing there. And you see this other little thing here. I'll explain to you in a moment what that is. But that means one. So the translation for this is, hear Israel. Yahweh, our God. Yahweh, one. Or Yahweh is one. And this is part of the what's the whole passage. This is kind of like introducing, hear Israel. Yahweh, our God. Yahweh is one. And then the command is going to come. It's going to start coming. Or what do you have to do? So this is just introduction to this is called Shama or Shema, which is basically coming out after the name of this passage, the Hebrew name of this passage. It's after this first verse here, the first verb here on verse 4, which is hear, Shema, Shema. Hear Israel, your God, or Yahweh, the Lord your God, the Lord our God. That's how it will be translated in the English Bible with all caps Lord, because it's referring to the name of God. Hear Israel. Hear Israel. The Lord our God, the Lord is one. That's how it will be translated in the Bible, and I think most, if not all translations, English translations of the Bible will have it like that, because there's not much you can do here. Now let me tell you about this little things here. This is nak. Where's the nak? This thing here that looks like that. These are all. Let me show you. Let me delete everything so we can just focus on that. Gosh, I have to do multiple passes. Right. So you see, there's all these little marks over here. Yeah. They are not the vowels. They're not the vowels. They're different marks. These are cantillation marks that help a cantor in a synagogue to sing this properly. But it also marks logical parts of the verse. This is a notation invented by the Masoretes, and I think I mentioned this in the last video, and I didn't know exactly when that happened. I think it was about 700 after Christ, which means that these marks are not inspired. They're not considered inspired, but they can be helpful into separating the verse in logical parts. So basically, what the Yatnak here is doing, and I think it's Yatnak. I think you call this an Yatnak. Let me not give you the wrong information. So I'm just gonna do a quick little search here, and that will tell me. Oh my gosh, unfortunately, I don't have my little, yeah. So it's an Atnak and a Siluk. All right. So those are the most common. You're gonna find them in every verse because the Siluk, the Shiluk, whatever you say it, which is this one at the end here, which is just a line, vertical line. It marks the end of the verse. And the Atnak marks the middle of the verse logically, in semantically. So, according to the Masoretic text, which again, it's a good indication, it's not considered to be inspired, so it could be wrong. It means that you split this verse in two parts. The first part is here, or at least in two parts. There are other cantillation marks that will split even more. But Shema Israel, so hear Israel. Yahweh Eloheinu, Yahweh Echad. So there's a pause there. So we know that this first part is the first logical part of the verse. Now there's other marks here. They can be conjunctive or disjunctive. I think those are the words. So for example, this one is a conjunctive one, which is kind of saying that Yahweh is part of the next word. So, which it is. Yahweh, Eloheinu, the Lord, our God, they're connected. But then here you have a disjunctive mark as well, which means you're going to split this again. But this is a weaker disjunctive mark. The strongest is Yatnak, and the Siluk at the end. So this is also a kind of a logical portion of the verse, which is Adonai Eloheinu. And then again, here you have a conjunctive mark, which is saying Adonai Echad, the Lord is one. And then if you go into the other verse, you can see the same thing happening. You see here's Yatnak, it kind of divides. And you hear Israel, and you keep to do which you go out to you, and which you shall be great. You shall be great. Very great. Ma'od, yes. Very great. And that's like the end of the logical part of the verse. And then the second part is still talking about the same thing, but if you were to, where do you stop all these words together? That will be a place to stop. Anyway, I'm gonna end here. Thanks so much for watching. If you watch now or if you watched afterwards, I appreciate it. Appreciate your support. Make sure you subscribe and like and all that stuff. Give me suggestions of things you want me to parse. Please don't do hard things. Genesis is easy generally. Some of the Psalms are okay. And anyway, if you don't, I'm just gonna come up with stuff that I want. But yeah, thanks so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.